Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and today I've got another altcoin classic for you. And as you might have guessed, you can see over here, it is Safemoon. Now I know a lot of people have covered Safemoon and we've briefly touched it on the channel before. But the reason it's important for me to bring Safemoon to you today is because I think Safemoon's reached its stage where it's hit its absolute bottom. Now, the reason I'm looking at these altcoins that were sleeping giants have hit their absolute bottom is because we are getting to a stage now where I think by the end of the year, altcoin season will come in. And Bitcoin's starting to have its little bit of a relief rally now. And when Bitcoin starts to pick up momentum and it slows down a little bit, people will then start turning into the alts. And I think now's the time we want to investigate into them. We want to start putting all the NFTs, altcoins, whatever it is we think are going to do well from now on till the end of the year. We want to put them in our spreadsheet. We want to put them on our radar, and we want to make sure that we're the ones getting in early. People that follow Crypto Ripto, subscribe, slap the like button, tickle the bell notification, want to get into these trends early. We don't want to be popping in the middle. We definitely don't want to be buying at the top. When the market is fearful, when the market is neutral, we are looking to put in the money and then we want to see where we're going to go with the price charts. So if you want to know more about Safemoon and why I think it's bottomed out and is a sleeping giant, stay tuned and let's get into this. Welcome. So obviously before we start this video, I have to say that none of this is financial advice. I'm no financial advisor and I am here for your entertainment purposes only. So as you know, obviously it's not financial advice. I'm just showing you what I would do and what I'm looking at. And this is just purely for educational. If you want to follow me, I'll do me, you do you. So now that bit's out of the way. What it is here I'm looking at, well, I'll tell you what I'm excited about looking at is the altcoin market and the crypto market in general is starting to wake up, as you'll probably agree. And people are starting to get a little bit of momentum back, a little bit excited. Obviously, some people, some YouTubers and some clowns on Twitter are getting a bit overexcited and start saying the bears are dead. We've shot the bears. You know what I mean? Bitcoin to the moon, million, 5 million. And you know, on Crypto Ripto, we're not that stupid. We're not wackos. We're not Coco the clowns. We're not gamblers. We're investors that are not smart money investors, but we are retail money investors that look to front run things, trade smart, trade safe, and we don't get wrecked. So this is why I've picked Safemoon, because I'm going to go through Safemoon. For those that are new to the channel, what I do is I like to look at the fundamentals. If there's no fundamentals, I'll look at the socials, and if it's a social media hype coin, and then also we'll look at the price chart, because for me that's all important. Lastly is the price chart, because this is what will tell us where we see this price going. Has it bottomed out and we see it start slowly grinding up from here? Is it in the middle and we want to look for a nice entry point on a bounce of support? And all the cool jazzy things like that that we TA experts do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the necessities, a little boring bit, but I won't keep it too long, of the coin market cap and what this token's been doing over the last 7 days and the last 30 days. Then we're going to look into the website and social quick, just to give you a brief background if you're not part of the Safemoon army anyway. If you are part of the Safemoon army, you've probably done this research, but I'll show you the all-important price action at the end. So with that waffling done, and with that said, let's jump straight into the coin market cap and through the fundamentals of Safemoon and why I think it's going to boom. Here we go. As you can see, Safemoon's a little bit down today, 1.44%, but that's not too bad. And we're not going to hold it against Safemoon for being that. But in the last 24 hours, the volume has dropped by nearly 12%. Now, that's to be expected because obviously, and I'm going to say this, at the moment, if you go on to Safemoon's chart and you drill down, in Safemoon's kind of 10, 15-minute chart, there's a lot of volatility, price action happening. I can show you quick on the end, actually. If you want to stay to the end and you're not too bored of the video, I'll show you what I mean by the volatility. And it's pumping, it's dumping, it's pumping, it's dumping. So people are literally buying the support and selling the resistance, which is good. Like for traders, if you're scalp trading, that's the thing to do. But what we want to show on the channel today, and what I want to say is, I want to look at the longevity of Safemoon, because I think Safemoon's a sleeping giant. I think Safemoon's got the social media support, it's got the backing, it's got over like a few million holders of the token already, and for me, and I'll show you on the price chart, it's quite bottomed out. So if altcoins and all the crypto market starts slowly grinding up now, and we're starting to kick cycle the bull market, this is where you want to be an early adapter. And obviously, I'm not telling you to invest in Safemoon, but for me, I'm going to put a little bit in, because obviously I believe in Safemoon's going to pump a little bit. Now, obviously, a lot of people see it as a meme coin, and it's a coin that just got shielded through social media and that. Whether that's right or whether that's wrong, Safemoon is a token that people have been making money on, losing money on, hodling, and we want to know what's happening with it moving forward. So just looking at the actual price action in the 7 days, you'll see here that Safemoon's really just been going sideways. And here it confirms from the last 7 days, it's been going sideways, as a little pump, as a little dump, as a little pump, as a little dump, trade sideways. And you can see what I mean in here by the volatility. It goes up, it goes down, and it just continues that pattern and trend as you go along. Now, this is what I mean by if you were scalp trading, but it's not very big. If you have a look here, the channel here was not very big, 26 to 28, until we got to here where it shot up to like well above 3. So this is all well and true and being good. But if we have a look at and I'll go more depth into the price chart action on a proper chart in a second, but where Safemoon had its big kind of peak up here, and when it dropped and Safemoon was trading around about this area here, you can see now it's dropped all the way down here, which is not far from where people before Safemoon got massive. This is where they were buying in. So the thoughts are, is if you genuinely think Safemoon's going to have another rally or not, whether Safemoon's going to pick up the momentum and start pushing to higher highs again, or just back in this price range up here, which is a massive movement from where we are now. So let's just have a look at Safemoon's website. Now, the actual token doesn't do a lot of self. It's a community token. They do have a few products that they're trying to beat and they're trying to launch with I think they're bringing out, there you go, a Safemoon wallet, the exchange, the hardware wallet. So coming soon, coming soon. So none of this is actually here yet, but this is stuff that they're looking to do. But it is as much as a community token as anything else. I don't know why their website's so slow, but I'm not going to edit that bit out. I'm going to let you see. So obviously they do a little bit of merchandise. If you want to spend your 20 odd earned £20 on 3 masks and £40 on a hoodie and joggy bottoms, that's not my idea of how I want to invest in Safemoon. I want to invest in stuff that's going to bring me money back. I don't want to be tearing around the streets of London in Safemoon clobber. But I mean, if you want to tear around in your Safemoon gear because you're a big believer and fan of it, then that's up to you. It's your money, right? But for me, I'm just showing you this website because Safemoon's a community token. It's not good. It's not bad. There's no real great fundamentals at the moment to it. But before we even knock Safemoon, it is a lot better than a lot of the main coins. It's not as shit as them. It's not like a rug pull. You know, it has actually managed to weather the sort of mini crash, mini bear market, whatever people are saying for that. And it's done that by its community sticking together. It's done that by its people hodling. People did panic sell and they did sort of, you know, drop a lot of their Safemoon and were underwater and in a loss. But here you can see there's still nearly 2.5 million holders. It's got a massive supply still and quite a big market cap. But that to me doesn't really warrant why I think I would invest in Safemoon. I have to be really honest with you on this channel. and drop a comment below and I will answer it if you believe that I am right, that Safemoon's not really got a lot behind it. But what it has got behind it is a big social gathering. It's got a lot of supporters. It's not quite as big as the Doge Army, but it does have a lot of people sort of backing it up. So when this gets flavour of the month again, and when the socials start getting active and people get euphoric on crypto again, what tokens do you actually think are going to be the first ones to start sprouting first? It's the ones that have already got the social media following. It's the ones that already believe in a token that they were hodling or they were looking into. And for me, I think Safemoon's going to be one of them ones that sorts of pumps back up. You're going to have the Doge Army people, you're going to have the Shiba Inu ones pump it back up, and Safemoon's going to be right up there with them. But do you want to wait and see to Safemoon sort of does that? Or do you want to think, okay, I'm looking at Safemoon's price chart now, this is where the bottom is, let's dollar cost average in here, let's put a little bit in here, let's see if it has a pump, then we'll put a little bit more in, then we'll see what happens. And if the trends are starting to nicely go up, which I think you will see, that's when you can sort of start dollar cost averaging in. But as you'll see on the price chart in a minute, after we look at their Twitter account, you'll see that for me, why I think it's bottomed out. But let me just show you the socials. Let's jump straight into Twitter. You can see they've got a massive following. They've got a massive following here. It's nearly 1 million followers, if we're rounding up. And this also sees in their engagement. They did a tweet an hour ago and they got over 2,500 likes. So when the Safemoon starts sprouting up and when we start seeing green candles on Safemoon, they're going to start tweeting it out and they're going to already have an army. I think they're going to take a chunk of the euphoric market. And I think Safemoon's going to be one of them tokens that people get excited about again and start seeing a bit of momentum. And this is why, if you can watch, you've hit the tickled the subscribe bell and you've watched this channel and you think, okay, yeah, it looks like it's bottomed out and it's early in. If you could be a mass adapter and early, we're not saying, I'm not going to throw my life savings into it or anything like that, but I allocate a 25% of my portfolio to what I think are sleeping giant tokens. And I'm going to put a chunk of my portfolio into this, of course, because I strongly believe that it is a sleeping giant. This is why, because obviously look at the engagement that it gets. And all it's doing is putting up next, he's just putting up little graphics and it's getting massive engagement. Can you imagine the euphoria of that engagement when they are tweeting that it's a green candle day, Safemoon's going to the moon, Safemoon's getting momentum? Because obviously it will. If we start getting to what I believe is going to be the alt season at the end of this year, beginning of next, and we get to the point where we get them blow off tops, can you imagine the atmosphere on the Safemoon socials army? And this is, you know what a big hype is? It's going to turn into greener candles. So with that being said, let me get straight into the most important part, in my opinion, is a price chart action, so I can tell you what I'm on about. Now, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. You can see here it was trading its high up here. So we're just looking where it came in May before it did its downward trend. And forgetting these two major catastrophes happened, this is where we had them big crash moments, you know, like obviously everything was wicking down. Have a look like from the last one. So say we take it from the beginning of May. So May, all of June and all of July, the 3 months in the lowest point in the markets for the thing. The bottom has not been as to where it is now. So if I need to move this, don't I? It's got my big fat head in the way, isn't it? Right, I'm working Tommy Tank Mallet. If you have a look here, so if you have a look, you can see it's right at the bottom. Obviously, it's excusing the wicks above on this one. You can see it's nearly at this one. And this wick down here, you can see it's trading at the bottom. So this is where Safemoon should be on your radar. This should be in your spreadsheet. Keep abreast of how they want to invest in the up and coming ready season for crypto. You should be keeping a list now of ones that you want to keep an eye on. And also you should be writing next to them where you want a buy price to be in. Now for me, I would put in a massive buy box. When we think it's bottom, we put in a little buy box. And this buy box, even for the lowest point on the wick, doesn't have to be that big. So if it dips anywhere from the price range of 2199 down to 1361, this is where you should be looking to buy in. Even if it doesn't go there, you could buy in at this level now. And then you should be looking to dollar cost averaging in till it reaches what I would say its next support point is, which for me would probably be around about this level here. This is the right time to buy. So that was my kind of rough red air look into Safemoon. And for me, I just think Safemoon needs to be on your radar. I'll be honest with you, I've already brought into this, and I will be getting, I'm not affiliated with Safemoon, I'm not working with them, they're not paying me to do this. You know I don't do that. I'll only, if I ever get paid to do a token review, it'll be an interview with a developer. This is all just me giving you education of how I do my investments. But as always, you need to trade safe, trade smart, and don't get wrecked. Peace out.